Okay, I think it's working. Let me check. I'm not sure. But if it's working, hello, I'm June and welcome to Livermore. This is going to be the first uh, live stream, if I can call it like that. Uh, but I don't know if it's working or not, actually. I'm not sure. Give me a second to, to check it. Um, yeah, I think it's working, but it's in live. Yes, now I get it. It's working, but I have to find it. um, the technology. Uh, Let me see. But yes, it's working. I don't know. Um, I cannot even hear my voice, so I'm not sure. Mm. Give me a second. Why is it not appearing here? Let me turn off the music for a bit. And I think I hear my voice. Wait a second. Wait a second. Yeah, I think it's working. It just I'm checking my cell phone, but it's not appearing yet as a live stream. I don't know why. But anyway, I think it's working. So, welcome everyone. Again, I'm June, and this is Liv Romer. Um, I have been wanting to do these type of videos, like live streams, since long. And actually, Cyber Tech Alley podcast was supposed to be like that. So it was supposed to be a live stream. Um, but I don't know if the music is loud or not. I don't know. This is going to be a disaster. Okay. So yeah, I'm not gonna say anything about that. It will be a disaster. I was supposed to start recording earlier in the afternoon, or at least in my afternoon, and but I couldn't. It was so noisy, and that's one of the problems that I have every time that I try to record. That every time that I try to record, there is noises outside. So probably now you will hear too some roosters, some motorcycles, and it's common here, by the way. Sometimes there's some teenagers playing basketball, which is okay. The problem is that when they get mad because they are losing, they start saying bad words. So that's why it's not nice to be listening. But yeah, so I was supposed to do this early, but just couldn't. This is going to be a kind of uh, pilot episode where I will just try to see, or I will test how if it works or not. Because I'm not even sure if the sound of the music is so loud or my voice is not clear. I don't know. I hope I hope it's clear. If not, it will be sad. And or maybe the music is so loud. I don't know how to control these things properly. Um, yes. So yeah. So I was saying that I was supposed to record earlier, but I couldn't. So but I wanted to do this type of videos since long because I find them very fun, and it's a way to talk with other people. I know that by now no one is watching, so it's okay because no one knows that I was supposed to do this, so it's okay. But if the video is not that bad, I will just leave it in the channel. If not, maybe I will raise it. I don't know. You tell me. When you have time and you watch this video, you can give me your in the comments section. You can give me your thoughts about this in order to improve it, of course. No, that's the idea. So Yeah, so I was saying that it's always hard to record, but when I record, the good thing is that I can edit. So if I have to repeat like four or five times, well, it's not that okay. But if I have to record many times, it's okay. If I have to edit when it's live stream, I think it's kind of impossible. So yeah, that's the idea. Testing if it works, if the sound is okay or not, um, and of course talking about a topic, which in this case it's um, I would say controversial. Maybe it's not controversial, but it's a very known topic among booktubers, which is physical books versus digital books. Which type of book is better than the other, or which one do you prefer? And yeah, I have my opinion. I mean, I'm not gonna say anything new, but I want to share with you my own thoughts about this. So, um, I have created this logo: physical books versus digital books. Library. It's not definite. I will probably will change it. I will improve it if this works. Of course, if this works. And so, physical books versus digital books. I will say it once, okay, or maybe I will repeat it twice. I will try to say it once. Digital books are not books. Okay, I said it. That's the reality. It's true. Digital books are not books. That being said, I prefer digital books. Okay, I will try to share my thought about that because I mean we agree that there is nothing uh, like physical books. Nothing. I mean, if you are a reader, especially if you are a collector, you like collecting books, um, or you like buying books, which is the other. I have learned these different concepts. People who love reading, people who love buying books, and people who love um, collecting books. I am more of the type reading books. So, but for everyone, I think that is a reader, collector, or buying lover. um, there's nothing like books. Having a book in your hand, it's unique, especially if you find that specific book that suits your hand. It's like the perfect size, the perfect font, perfect type of paper, um, that may be beautiful cover with beautiful colors. Um, there's nothing that you can compare to that moment where you can have a book in your hands. And it's a I think it's a unique experience. And you can see that in those photos where you see someone who is reading a book, and when you watch or when you see that picture, you see that it's kind of poetic. That person, that man or that woman reading a book, it's like you immediately feel that that person is living in a different world, right? And enjoying what he or she is reading, and or learning something from a book. So of course, there is something special when you have your books in your hands. I mean, uh, yeah, when you have a book in your hands, it's um, a nice experience. It's a different, right? It's like, especially for instance, when you have a bookmark and then you you start and then you, I don't know, maybe you read like 20 pages, and then what happened is that when you come back to read again and you see that little progress in the book, and then you read more and more, and then when you reach, I don't know, half of the book, then and then you see the bookmark in the middle of the book, you feel accomplished of that progress. So yeah, there is something special when you read a physical book that you don't have when you read a digital book. Um, I know some people, for some reason, enjoy the smell of the books, especially if they are old. I think there is a word for that. Not sure right now, but I think there is a word for that specific smell. Um, which honestly I don't like. I mean, yeah, I don't enjoy that uh, um, that smell of old books. I don't know. I don't like those yellowish pages with those smell. Not my favorite, but it's okay for me in some way because I used to buy um, second-hand books. So most of them were very old and some were yellowish. Um, but the smell is not my favorite one in some way. But I also don't enjoy the smell of new books. It's oh, not my favorite. I don't know. I'm not into the smell part of the books. I am just enjoy writing the book, touching it, um, perceiving with my hands, more than smelling books. Um, yeah, but I know that some people like that and enjoy the smell of a new book or even an old book. Um, so yeah, especially, I mean, a physical book is very special when it's a big book. By the way, tomorrow I will upload. Yeah, I will upload a video about this challenge of reading big and small books. I will talk about that more in the video that I will upload tomorrow. But yeah, when you have a big book and then that takes a long time to read, let's say that you read like 10 pages per day, or I don't know, sometimes you read some pages or a couple of chapters, um, and then you don't read until next week, so on. That takes a long time to finish that huge book. But again, when you see that bookmark, you see the progress, and that's nice. And even more when you finish reading the book. Imagine reading a book of 900 pages. I think the longest book I have read was 1,000 something. I think 1,000 pages, and I think it took me long to read. Um, because sometimes you have big books and you are so engaged with what you are reading that you don't care about the time. You just read and read and read, and then you finish that book fast. But even if it takes a long time, 2 months, 3 months, you can see in the book as a physical thing your progress and how much you have read. And then you can show off. You can say, look, this book, which is huge. Yeah, I read it. I read it all. And yeah, people tend to be surprised when you read that a huge brick. But yeah, so physical books, um, I mean, no doubt, they're unique. Um, and I understand why people like buying books for that reason, to have them in their hands, and why some people collect them to preserve them. Um, but in my case, um, I don't. Well, if I had a lot of money, and if I had a place like a library or something like that, in order to keep all, I mean, many books, of course, that I will be buying many books. But I think my priority, or what I am, I mean, my goal is reading more than having books. But again, I'm not saying that I don't want to have books, because if I could, of course, I have. But um, but I feel more content when I read the book more than I have it. Because honestly, sometimes I read books that are not so good. So if I read, I don't know, 10 books and five or six were just okay, or some of them were not good, then it's not nice to have those books. I mean, I think it's not worth the time, the money, the effort to get those books um, if they are not going to be good. In that way, I understand why people have to get rid of some books. Like, what's the word? It's not book holes. It's um, well, when people don't want to have more books because there are too many, or maybe they have some repetitive. No, they I mean, they have one more than one book, the same book. So yes, I understand. But if it's me, I wouldn't do that. I would keep all the books. So because of that, I would be careful with the books I buy. I will try, but of course, you know that as we love buying books, sometimes we don't care that much. So at the end, we buy anyway. But as my priority is reading, I do prefer digital books. And I don't have a reader. I don't have something like a Kindle, for instance, or a Kobo. Um, I wanted to have one. I wanted to have a Kobo when I knew that you can read different types of extension, type of books. And well, Kindle just can read one type. Well, I think that was in the past. Now they are changing. So now the Kindle can read different type of formats. And so if I have to compare both Kobo and Kindle, I think Kindle is better in terms of the amount of books and the library it has. So yeah, probably I would prefer to have a Kindle, but I don't have now. But I think yeah, I would choose to have a digital reader more than buying if I have. I think it's more uh, useful in some way because you imagine you have to carry a big book and it's hard. But with a digital, um, in a digital book or reader, you can carry many books. So right now I have to read in the cell phone or through the cell phone, which is not good because it hurts my eyes. But and that's why one of the reasons that I would like to have either Kindle or Kobo, any reader. But I find that it's more useful, practical, and handy to have a digital um, reader or book reader. So in that case, I would go more for digital books. I know some people have both, like um, they have a Kindle, for instance. So when they go out, go on vacation, or they are commuting, they can read easily. But at the same time, they will always prefer physical books. I know that. Um, I agree with that. I like digital books, but having a book in my hands, um, it's unique. But at the end of the end, if I have to, if you ask me, okay, you have the chance to buy all the physical books that you want, or you can have all the digital books you want. I would probably go with digital books, um, just because it's more, I don't know, handy. Like it's easier to transport. I can make the fonts bigger. In some cases I can listen to audiobook, which is another thing because I know that people say no, 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 audiobooks are not books. Like I said, digital books are. What I mean to say, digital books are not books because they are not books, right? They are not real books, but they work as so. Um, audiobooks are the same because what matters is that you acquire the knowledge. Um, you get the story because I bet when you were a child and you didn't know how to read and your one of your parents was reading the book, you learned the story anyway, you remember the story, so it's the same. So yeah, digital books or audiobooks are not physical books where you have to read. You acquire the knowledge, the story, the characters, what's going on in the story anyway. So um, and it's easier to say just I read a digital book, I read an audiobook, or I listen to the audiobook because we understand that it's the same. But I think it's more practical at the end of the end having a digital book and an audiobook too. Why not? Actually, I'm listening a lot while I'm doing other things. Um, because if not, I don't have enough time to read. And now that I'm doing this 200 books reading challenge, where I want to read 200 books um, before the end of 2025. So it's still a year and a half, and I'm around. I think I have read 70 books. Yeah, um, but I could have I couldn't um I couldn't have done it if it's not because I'm listening. Otherwise, it would be very hard to find the time to just concentrate and read. But anyway, that's my uh, that's my thoughts about physical and digital books. Um, yeah, physical books, no comparison, nothing to say about that. They are unique. Probably everyone will choose physical books, but at the end, if I have to choose, I will go for digital books because for me, what I matter the most is reading, enjoying reading, the process of reading, enjoying learning words, getting the idea of um, or learning grammar. And sometimes I try to read aloud, which I feel is nice when you read something aloud. Um, but but yeah, at the end of the day, digital books it will be for me. I don't know. What about you? What would you choose? I mean, I guess what would you will choose. I'm pretty sure. But what would you have to say? Um, you can leave it in the comments, in the comments section, and comment. The other thing is that because this is a very raw material, I mean, way of recording. I don't because I don't know if my voice is heard. I don't know if the music is too loud. And in addition, I have the fan next to me because it's very hot. And so I don't know if the video will be good or not. So, but if you have any comments about this, um, like suggestions, and not just because of the book or how to improve it, but also ideas on what to talk about. It would be nice because sometimes I feel that I would like to continue doing this type of videos where I just use some time to talk, to share with you my ideas, readings, what I'm reading, and that's it. So yeah, I think that will be for now. I don't know how long is the video. It's 25 minutes. Yeah, I think it's okay for now. So again, you are invited to leave your comments about the video itself, if it can be improved, or what would you like me to improve in the video, but also about topics, ideas, or what I could be talking if it was a live stream like this. So thank you very much, and yeah, I hope to see you in next video, either digital, I mean digital, either live or like a live stream, or um, a recorded one, which I have for tomorrow. So thank you, and I hope to see you in the next video.